All right. Let's get plugged in. Usually everybody's not here right away, so I know this started a minute late. Oh well. So I'll do all the pleasantries in a couple seconds. Let's get on a point here. It's funny. I had everything set up. I sat down, chilled out for a while. Like, oh, now I'm late. Nothing's perfect. Nothing is perfect. So, oh well.
Nothing's perfect. Nothing is
Let me
perfect.
turn the volume down here. All right, so tonight is cognac and cold cigar. So we got Martel Cordon Bleu. Then we have Belmead Cognac Bourbon Cast. I mean, con- Belmead Bourbon. This is the Cognac Cast. All right. Now, the cigar we have tonight, and I'm pretty sure I will be announcing that over and over again, is the Casa Magna. Now, this is backwards. I'm looking at the screen. I should have flipped the phone around, but that's the way they did it. It's backwards. Sorry, guys. Casa Magna. The video's already started. I'll work on that next time. Of course, the W, you can't get the W wrong. All right. Hey, G3, what's going on? Flippin' Zippo, welcome back. Good to see you guys, all two of you. I know more people will be coming pretty soon. Today's weather in Maryland was fantastic during the day, and I said, I'm definitely gonna, hey, what's up? I am going to shoot a live video tonight. It's gonna be great. It is so cold out here. I do have my heaters going, so that saves me. I got my, let's see if I can show you up there. Yeah, got my patio heater rolling there. And then down below, I don't want to show you that. Down below, we got a space heater also. All right, so what's the question? Got to ask about ignorance, cold cigars. I don't know. I had touted it something. I don't know. It's cold out here. Like I was saying, it was really nice earlier today, Maryland, Virginia, D.C. It's really nice. It's not really nice right now, but we're gonna make the most of it. And the alcohol tonight sure will be warming me up. All right, get started here. Got the screw pop cutter. And for those of you who don't know, not familiar with Casa Magna is was a very well-known cigar. For some reason, it fell off. People did not take to it because this cigar was Cigar of the Year at one time. As you may have seen in my video about my top cigars of the year, this is one of them. And a lot of people forgot about it. Um, I would advise checking out these cigars wherever they are online. Try to look for them online because there's a good chance that they're going to be aged because no one's buying them. No one's buying them. And it's actually a good cigar. Or it's a really good cigar now because I'm pretty sure this is the old one. I can taste it. I can definitely taste it. So who do we have here? Steven Watson. All right, that's a great setup. What are some of your favorite smaller cigars for smoking outdoors in the winter? This one in Casa Magna. This is not a bad one. Um, I think you're referring to the size of the cigar, like a Churchill. I have some great cigars that I plan on doing a cigar pairing video with that are Churchill size, and I don't want to do them because it's too cold. I have a Romeo and Julieta Churchill, Cuban Romeo and Julieta Churchill that I want to do, and it's too cold. It's too cold for that. Um, I mean, also for me, I don't like larger cigars too much these days anyway. I like a Corona or a larger Corona because everybody calls their Corona, a larger Corona is something different. But if it's a little bit larger, not a Texas Corona, not that. If you've seen a Texas Corona, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not referring to that one. But a larger Corona is a good way to go too, or petite Corona, really, because yeah, it gets cold and you want to be in and out. You don't want to just sit here and dwell like I'm doing. Who wants to do that? But thanks for coming out, guys. For those of you out here right now, I hope that this will be enjoyable and fun, and it's going to definitely be interactive. So I'm gonna hit you guys up with a little preview on the videos that I'm doing. I have a couple videos coming down the pike. Of course, you guys have asked about my humidor. I'm definitely gonna have that out. That's an easy one to do in a sense. But I have a pretty good video coming out. Little what do you want to call that? I'll give you a little preview of it for those of you who don't know. And I don't think anybody knows. I work. No, it's a couple. I've seen a couple of you out there. A couple of my subscribers and everything have actually seen me out there. I work at a cigar lounge part time. Also, I work part time at a cigar lounge. I work there for various reasons. Um, Honestly, not really truly to make money. I guess to make a little bit of money with disposable income because I recently quit my full-time job and I have a new full-time job, and that new full-time job really doesn't pay the same. And by it not paying the same, I lost out on disposable income. All my bills are paid. I'm gonna make sure all my bills are paid, and I'm gonna make sure I put money away to save and invest. But far as disposable income, I didn't hardly have any, so I decided to get a part-time job at a cigar lounge. And actually, this is my second time working at that cigar lounge. I've been working there. I worked there last year. I quit and worked last year, and I asked for my job back, and they was like, "Sure, yeah, we'll be happy to bring you back on." And that was great. Yeah, yeah. I sure can't complain. I'm pretty sure in Canada it's pretty damn cold. I'm pretty sure. Ron Real in the house. Oh yeah. What's going on? Anybody, if you guys aren't watching Real, if you're not watching Ron, I know most of you are, check him out. Now, he has some production value in his videos. Like everybody's like, "Oh, your sound is bad. Oh, your microphone." You know, now Ron Real's his production is wonderful. It is nice, nice, and one of the things we're going to talk about tonight, not to drown anybody's spirits, is we're going to talk about how shitty YouTube can be, especially for us as a whole. And I was having a discussion at the cigar lounge with somebody about YouTube and how I can be a better YouTuber. And they knew nothing about what they were talking about in the sense of actually producing the YouTube videos. What they were talking about is all the things that I can do to improve my channel, and those all things that I was already doing. The reality of it is a person can only work but so hard before they want some kind of return. Sure, you do it for fun. Sure, you do it for just the experience of it all. But eventually, guys, you want to get paid for it, especially when you see other people doing these YouTube videos and are making good money. They're making good money. A lot of them making good money. Some of them making real good money. Some of them are just doing a little bit. If you're doing YouTube videos with cigars, you're not making big money. You're not. And I don't mind saying it. You asked already, and I'll tell you again in the beginning. I said it in the beginning, and I'll keep saying it because people are coming on. And thanks for coming on. We're going with a Casa Magna tonight. The Casa Magna tonight is what's going on. Oh, what are you doing smoking on duty? Oh, there's a good fight coming on tonight. Don't worry, I won't get in the way of it. Ooh, what did I just do? Don't try your best not to do live videos while you're in talk and inhale at the same time. And the drink tonight, I didn't. Let me mention again, Martell Cordon Bleu, and yes, I know it's backwards. I started the video and realized it was backwards, but Martell Cordon Bleu. So yeah, backwards. Sorry, guys. But as I was saying with YouTube, I'm not sure how much longer I can keep this up. And I don't mean it. And when I mean I'm not sure much how. Whoa, when I take two, what I mean about I'm not sure how much longer I can keep this up. I'm gonna change the videos a little bit. I'm gonna tweak the videos a little bit, and you'll see it with these live videos. Like I did that last live video. I talked about other things, and I know that to get what I need to get and the people I need to get and the viewership I need to get, just talking about cigars and alcohol is not enough. So, like this video, we're gonna delve into some other things. We're gonna talk about politics a little bit. We're gonna talk like we're talking about before with YouTube. We're gonna talk about what's it like to get into YouTube and that stuff like that. Yeah, I know it's rough. It's rough because if you look at any other YouTube, oh, you guys can't make me laugh while I'm doing this. But if you look at any other YouTube videos, these people are getting thousands and thousands of views, and they're not technical. They don't know what they're talking about. They're guessing, and let's be honest, a lot of them are women that look good, and they're getting thousands and thousands of views, millions of subscribers, amount of money. We're getting a couple thousand and everything else. A perfect example, and I gave this example to a person I was talking to in the cigar lounge about how it's not fair or how difficult it is. Look at Cigar Vic. Look at how many views she gets, how many subscribers she gets, and then look at somebody else in a different genre, their top person. She gets eclipsed. She doesn't have, I don't think she has a million subscribers. Some of these people have millions and millions of subscribers and they don't know what they're talking about. They literally don't know. They'll say, I don't know. I don't know. No, she's not a hair hat. Cigar went out all quick. She's not a hair hat. Sorry about the feed going out, guys. So here's something we're going to talk about. We can go into it right now. I'll talk to you guys. Hold on. Let's talk. Let's see what a couple people have sent to me. Yeah. Hopefully Ron Real could. Honestly, no. Let me go into talking about YouTube videos. I was going to say hopefully Ron Real can keep this thing going in the absence of me. Ron Real actually, and you're here right now. Hopefully you're still. Yeah, you're still with me. He helped reinvigorate me. And there's all kinds of things. Titan cigars, they reinvigorated me, kept me rolling, and Ron Real kept this going. He is really making a difference. He's motivating me to make more videos and do bigger and better things, especially when I see how well he does with his production. His production value is awesome, awesome. So, yeah, Ron Real, you got to keep it up just as much as I do, because we all know this is hard and it can be very difficult at times, especially with dealing with some of the comments and stuff like that. But quick thing, if you don't know about YouTube, if you're not putting out videos regularly, YouTube's not going to show your stuff. That's the other thing. It's like I can't even rest on what the 400, 500 videos I have. I can't rest on that. And just to give you a little example, last payment for me, because I get paid through PayPal through another company, which is some BS, but I got $6. $6. Now before that, I got like 35. Ooh, and the most I've ever received was 100 once. So it's difficult, guys. It's really difficult. And at some point, when you see these other people getting all this free stuff, well, I have gotten free stuff, but everything like that, you see that and you're like, what am I doing this for? So I decided I'm not going to stop, but I'm going to get into something a little bit different. So let's go ahead and get into what I was referring to. And thank you everybody for coming. Everybody saying these great things. So we're going to talk about some politics, is what's going on in politics. The last Democratic, I can't, what's the word I'm thinking of? Bloody battle. That was a good one. I mean, a lot of people were saying, oh, a lot of these Democratic, what's the word I'm looking for? What, guys? Tell me what word I'm looking for. It's I can't think of the word. What's I gotta look it up real quick. Um, soon as I know I'm gonna think of the word, and I'm drawing a blank. I'm getting old. The debate. Why can't I think of the debate? Yeah, the debates. It is. It's crazy how the debates, like they were entertaining, and a lot of people was talking about the debates weren't entertaining before. This one was. This one was real entertaining. But the thing is, honestly they shouldn't be that entertaining, because a good debater doesn't make you a good president. A good debater does not make you a good president. And you as the president have time. You don't need snappy comebacks when you're taking care of the country. You have good people around you. You should have good people around you helping you make decisions. So being a good debater doesn't make you a good president. However, it helps. It helps with the polls and everything else. So before we get started on what I think about what's going on, you guys tell me, who do you think, or who would you like to see going against Trump in a couple months? Hoorah, Semper Fi, and always faithful. Bernie, okay, all right. That, he's the front runner right now. He is the front runner, and like like I said before, yeah. Actually, Yang probably would be a pretty good one. Yang probably would be pretty good. I was leaning towards Biden because Biden has the experience. I would like Biden to be in there, and to me, I think Biden, at least in the beginning, not now, Biden in the beginning would be a pretty good challenge to Trump. Hey, hey, stop saying what's up to Ron Real on my channel. It's my channel. People, nah, this is mine. No, you say what's up to me. Forget Ron Real. Who's Ron Real? No, no, no. I'm happy he's actually here. So, and if you didn't see it earlier, how I was just talking so wonderfully about him, talking about how special a person he was, and I did. But no, uh, I thought Biden would be good, but no, Biden. Mm-mm. I see you. Okay, I thought Biden would be good. I thought he would be the one, but he was looking bad, and then the polls don't like him either. The polls in the voting, he's getting destroyed. He's dead man walking. So Biden's not out. So it looks like it might be Bernie. Looks like it might be Bernie. To any for those of you who like Bernie, tell me what do you think what do you think Bernie would do for the country, and what is it that you like about Bernie? Oh, absolutely, much respect, old school, much respect. Yeah, I got it. I got the gist. I got the gist. So, not many people talking about. I asked the question. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know if you guys don't know. I don't know if I put that out there. I'm a Republican. Don't get me wrong. I don't really care for Trump. And what I don't like about Trump, honestly, guys, shouldn't change how I vote. It shouldn't change that I'm not probably won't vote against him. What I don't like about Trump is our personal things. His policies, I can't go against hardly any of his policies. I really can't. I was listening to Candace Owens' podcast. I'll answer your question in a second. I was listening to Candace Owens' podcast earlier, and uh, they had a gentleman on there talking about human trafficking, how bad it is, and how crazy it is, especially for kids. They're really big on kids, and I'm not sure Trump knew this, but we went. Everybody went crazy, like, oh, they're separating the kids from their parents, the parents from the kids, and it's a terrible thing, and I can't stand that they do that and everything else. No one thought about the human trafficking part. No one thought or knew that is a common thing, especially third world countries, to even borrow kids. They borrow kids in third world countries, especially beggars. When I was in Ethiopia, the beggars would actually borrow children to look more pathetic when they went on their begging. So they would have 3 or 4 kids and have their hand out begging for money. And human trafficking in Mexico is big. It's real big. You got to think these cartels are the ones who get these coyotes going to get these people across the border and everything else, and they bring in drugs and they bring in children. Yes, they do, and it's sad. It's real sad. I was in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, at the United States Embassy. So the cigar of the evening is a Casa Magna. Casa Magna. And yes, guys, I know. I'm sorry. It is backwards. Casa Magna actually was a cigar of the year, and everybody forgot about it. This cigar in the Robusto Vitola was cigar of the year, and everybody forgot about it. But I didn't. And if you can find it, it's probably a really good cigar because no one's making it. I mean, they're not making them anymore. Nobody's buying them anymore. So if you find it online, it's probably been sitting for a while and aging. Like this one, I can taste that this one has been aged for quite a while. Right. Most people. No, I didn't get it from Titan. I think I got it from Cigar International. I got it from a big online service. Now, I also would tell you, and in the aging videos, I talked about this a little bit. If you find this in a cigar lounge, a brick and mortar, that's great. Beware, beware, because it probably has been sitting for a while. Like, oh, that's great. Shouldn't I want that? No, not necessarily if the box is open, because the box being open will allow the light, because they're showing off the cigars, they're displaying the cigars. That should take place, but they're displaying the cigar probably for years, and that light will destroy the flavor of that cigar. I had a different Vitola. It was a larger figurado, and it was flavorless, absolutely flavorless. So you also have to beware of that when you're getting an A cigar in a brick and mortar, because when the cigars are just coming off the shelves like they should, their flavor's not going to be hindered at all. But if it's been sitting there for a couple years and it's been on display, it will taste like nothing. It'll be smooth and nothing. Yeah, I would like to do that. That would be pretty cool. If you want to drop me a line, Charles period Wallingford on Gmail. Where you can find me. Charles period Wallingford Gmail. You just let me know. I'll talk to you. I'd love to talk to you about it. That'd be really cool. Hey guys, I'm full of great tips. I got them all, baby. I got them all. I help you all out. So back to real quick to the back to the politics stuff. Now, this is part of the reason why I'm Republican, and part of the reason why you can't trust. I'm not gonna say Democrats. You can't trust politicians totally. I was very upset because they kept mentioning all of the candidates kept mentioning, except I don't think Bloomberg said too much about it, but all the rest of the candidates kept referring to how African Americans and blacks aren't given these opportunities, don't have this, don't have that. And they kept saying that, kept saying that, and kept saying that. I have a serious problem with that because it gives a lot of people the thought process that brown skin, African American, black, whatever you want to call it, is synonymous with not having money. And I can't stand that, because what the problem with that is, then black people, brown skinned people, whatever, start believing that dumb shit. If you don't have what you don't have right now, and I'm definitely not going to say racism doesn't exist, but if you don't have what you don't have right now, it's because either you haven't earned it yet or you messed up. Either you haven't earned it yet or you messed up. So it's not because of your skin color, totally. If it is, it's a very small percentage, and it is because you don't have the way yet. And that's my problem. And they kept saying it. They kept saying it and kept saying it. And I can't trust any of them who, especially Bernie Sanders. You know, especially Bernie Sanders. Nope. I just want to see what you guys had to say, but no, I definitely don't want Bernie Sanders. For those of you not old enough to know, or you can't look at Venezuela, all that socialism stuff, it will go bad. It will go real bad, real quick. Socialism can work in a smaller country. Socialism can work if in a small country where it's less of a volume of people, we can all be on the same board. We're pretty much equal and everything else. It can work. Not a country like this, not a country this big. This country's way too big for that because it's too many people already sucking on the teat of the US government and you asking for more to do it. I have a serious problem with that. And again, I you can I'm a brown skinned person and I have what I have. And for those of you who don't know, who hadn't been with me for a long time, I did a video on it. It was a time where I did not have a bed. I did not have a bed to lay my head on. And I was in a 1-bedroom apartment with my grandmother, my sister, and my mother. And I didn't have a bed. Today, not today, but a couple years ago, I bought the most expensive bed in the store. And it ain't because I'm a millionaire or anything like that. And it sure as hell is not because of YouTube. But it's because I worked hard for it. I worked hard for it and I kept working hard. Everybody I know, everybody I've been around that lives where in this general area where I live, like some places, don't get me wrong, some places are bad. Some places are sad and some places it's harder to get out of that hole. But you can get out of that hole. But for that, other than that, you can't blame anybody else but yourself. Another thing Bernie would like to do is raise the minimum wage. The minimum wage should be where it is. It needs to stay where it's at. Reason behind that is a minimum wage job is a minimum wage job. If you don't have any education, you didn't graduate high school, and you're stuck working at McDonald's, it's not the end. You can still work up. Work your way up. Work your way up and be maybe assistant manager. Be a manager at McDonald's. Guess what? You're not on minimum wage anymore. But they say, oh, I've been doing this job for a long time and I can't take care of my family working this job with minimum wage. No, you can't. And no, you shouldn't. And it's not my fault that you can't get higher in McDonald's. You can't move on from McDonald's. You can't move on to Applebee's. Move on to maybe Olive Garden. Then move on to a place like Maggiano's if you're out on an Italian restaurant is near me. Maggiano's. Or move up to Roof Chris. Using all the experience you have. But the reason why people don't have what they have, especially if you're working at McDonald's, you can't get up because you're not coming to work on time. They can't count on you. And you're yelling at the manager because I've seen that in McDonald's. Guess who's not getting a raise? Guess who's not going to be assistant manager at McDonald's? No, you can't do it by yelling at the manager. It's not going to happen. Oh, cigar went out on me. You guys are talking about Southern Draw. Southern Draw, they're on the come up. We can get talking about cigars again. Southern Draw, I'll do a video about it. I bought some kudzu. That kudzu is on point. That kudzu is, man, I haven't had the Jacob's Ladder yet. The kudzu is nice. So nice. And there's a video coming out about the kudzu. I got a good video for you about the kudzu. That's a good one. Let me read some of the comments here. Oh, all right. So old school. I hear you, man. Like I said, I don't like Trump. I don't like Trump. It's going to come down to, and I agree. I definitely agree with you. What you were saying. It's going to come down to just like with Hillary, who you rather not be in office. Who you rather not be in office. My thing is, when it comes to policies, Trump hasn't hurt me. I really believe that Bernie Sanders is going to hurt me as a person, especially Lancero. I know I'm jumping around, just reading the comments at the same time. Okay, we talk about Trump, then we talk about the kudzu. I bought the kudzu Lancero. Fantastic. Get the Southern Draw kudzu in Lancero. Oh, Ron Real knows what he's talking about, guys. Oh yeah. But yeah, back to what I was saying about the politics. I feel that socialism cannot work in a country like this, and socialism doesn't usually work, period. And history has already shown us it doesn't work. It doesn't. And no, I don't have a problem because every president keeps adding to our how much we owe this world. We can't. Every president did it. Bush did it. Obama did it. And yep, Trump's doing it too. So I don't even think we're going to pay this what we owe back. I think we don't care. I really don't. Um, I don't know what we're going to do. And then this country's almost made or founded on credit. I don't know. Now, I was watching a good thing on Joe Rogan. Now, I think if we can go to what Singapore does, then that might help a little bit because Singapore doesn't mess around at all. Actually, the better term, Singapore doesn't fuck around at all. You can't do anything wrong in Singapore. Nothing, because you will die. You get killed. So if you want to shape up, because the problem with this country, and I'm about to probably make a couple people mad, is the fact that we want to keep having presidents that are cool, or a president we're familiar with because we saw them on TV or some cool stuff they did. Our president should be boring. Our president shouldn't be special. A president should just make smart decisions and shut up, or not do anything out on TV or anything. It kills me that we want our president to be something else. Because look at it. We want our president to be tall. A president's never short. Um, our president um, usually is a family man. That's good. That's probably why Buttigieg is not going to be the nominee because he's not the same kind of family man. I don't want YouTube to get mad at me and cut this video out, so I'm not going to say anything else about that. Because to me, he's almost the sanest one. Uh, Side note, I like Tulsi. I would vote for Tulsi as a Republican. I would vote for Tulsi, but she's way in the back. Yeah, James Madison. Yeah, yeah. Look how far you had to go back to get how short somebody is. Yeah, I mean, uh, we we want that person to be far more special, especially today. Especially today. Now, here's my example. Here's my example of why we're going to continue to have people who shouldn't be in office. And this is my example. And this is the last thing I'm going to say about politics. We'll go into another subject matter. Um, the perfect example, or my what a point I want to make, why, or what is wrong with this country is the fact that we still have WWE. We still have WWE, and I know a lot of you guys like WWE. I know you do. However, the fact that WWE is still around and we don't have newspapers anymore, we don't have payphones anymore, kids don't have paper routes anymore, we don't have the yellow pages anymore, we don't have all these things anymore because of the internet and cell phones. It killed all these things. Yeah, of course you like WWE as a kid because you know what? You know why? One good reason is because it's like superheroes. We're watching superheroes fight. But the thing is, what I'm going to say is we shouldn't have WWE anymore because we have a real version. We have we have UFC and MMA. UFC and MMA are the real versions of WWE, WWF. We still have we that should have destroyed it, and it didn't. It did not destroy them because this is the real version. This should be the better version. Deal with the truth. The truth is, when you knock somebody out, they go into spasm. When you knock somebody out, it looks scary. Or when somebody's very well, when two fighters are very well matched, it's boring. WWE is never boring, and WWE has a storyline, even to the point where UFC start talking crap. They start talking crap. And in the early days of MMA and UFC, no one, those guys understood that they both were warriors and they're about to destroy each other. They had a lot of respect for each other. Those days are over, unfortunately. But WWE wrestling should not be as big as it was now that MMA is here. But it's still here because people want that, yeah, drama and controversy and things like that. But it's not real. We don't want the real, and we don't want the real president. We don't want somebody who really knows what they're talking about. We want somebody cool. So that's it. That's it for now. We're going to move on and not get too deep into the politics. Like I said, I wanted to do something different, and I'm going to continue to do this kind of subject matter in addition to these YouTube videos with the cigars and the alcohol. And again, today we have the backwards cordon bleu. I'm sorry, I flipped the camera around. That's the way it was when I first started. I didn't realize it till I read the title on the label. On the alcohol we have tonight, also the Bell Mead. This is bourbon. This is the XO Cognac version. It was aged in XO Cognac casks. I'm not drinking that now. I'm drinking the Martell Cordon Bleu. And a little bit about the Cordon Bleu. If you are not familiar, there's a level in between VSOP and XO Cognac, and that's called Napoleon. Napoleon still has a lot of the high quality complexity and depth of the XO without the price. And especially when it comes to Martell, the Martell XO, I would even say it's not even better than the Cordon Bleu. Don't even waste your money. And a lot of times you can find somebody's Napoleon version really easily. Perfect example is a Remy Martin 17, is it 36, 38? I can't remember. But that's a Napoleon. That's a Napoleon. And I actually have a video coming out about a Napoleon Cognac, 1738. Thank you. You're gonna have to tell me about that Glenmorangie. I'm very curious about that one. Let me read some more here. What's your favorite cigar lounge in the DMV? My favorite is Titan. My favorite is Titan. For those of you who don't know, I work, and you can see the early part. I actually work at a cigar lounge part time, and that's called Davidas. Now, Davidas has a huge selection, but Titan has cigars I want to smoke right now. That's the difference. Now, Davidas, the one in Annapolis where I work, they have a huge selection. They have some cigars that I want to smoke later, but not now. I'm to the point where I do not like smoking new cigars. New cigars, I really almost, not to say find repulsive, but I don't want to smoke any of them. And then you'll see once I put my humidor tour, you'll see what I'm talking about. I have a lot of cigars that I put away, and I have some cigars that are just a couple years old, and it tastes completely different, and it's so good. It's so good. I know some people don't have the space to have cigars just sitting and aging, but I did in my last aging video. You saw you can get those humidor bags, and that helps a lot. Another thing with going back to cigars that are aged, people, especially non-Americans, make the argument that Cubans are so much better. They Cubans are better new. They're better new. Cubans are not better aged. I'll stand behind that. They're not better aged as a guarantee. No. If you that did I put that video out? Yeah, yeah, with the that Arturo Fuente Don Carlos Anniversario. Man, guys, that was almost the best cigar I've ever had. I could easily argue with myself that that was the best cigar I've ever had because it was a good cigar that's been aged. Well, yeah, you can get and another thing. You can get tired of Cuban cigars. That's why I smoke the different ones. Ooh, excuse me. That's why I smoke all kinds of different cigars because it's easy. It's easy to get sick of anything. I smoke heavy cigars. I smoke light cigars. It's very important. And that's why I have all this different alcohol. I have all this different alcohol so I don't get tired of it. I love cognac. That's my favorite, but you can easily get tired of it. And if you go back and forth, your palate will not grow grow weary of it or numb to it. You can actually grow numb to drinking and smoking the same thing. That's another reason why I get a smaller Vitola cigars also. Yeah, yeah, Ron Reel's right on that one. To add to that, um, uh, what I like to do, or no, let me go back. What I would say in my cigar video of cigars for a new cigar smoker that don't touch flavor cigars, infused cigars, because that's not the true flavor of the cigar. And as far as the flavor cigars, not the infused so much, but the flavor cigars, that's chemicals put on your cigar. The reason why we smoke cigars, if you don't know, it's not it's nowhere near as bad for you as smoking a cigarette. And you have more nicotine, more tobacco in a cigar than a cigarette. Well, what's the difference? It's the chemicals that are added to a cigarette. The chemicals added to a cigarette, that is what kills you. That's what gives you your cancer. It's not the nicotine. It's the other chemicals along with nicotine that make it deadly. That's what does it. That's what does it. And when you age a cigar, guess what happens to nicotine? It dissipates. The nicotine will dissipate over time. The, so another reason to have a aged cigar. I'm a big time lover of Sumatra wrappers. Sumatra wrappers are, that's one of my favorites. That's one of my favorites. I love Maduros. It was kind of cold out here. I didn't want to have my new favorite brand, and I'm going to probably have it out here again. I'm going to talk about it. For those of you who don't know, these Casa Magnas are great. That's what I'm smoking right now. Casa Magnas backwards, yes, I know. Sorry, guys. But PG Paul Camarian. PG Paul Camarian is the thing. That's that's what I'm smoking mostly, and they're the ones that ruined me, because all Paul Gamarian, all Paul Gamarian cigars, and you can find them online at their website. All of them are aged, and they're fantastic. I've had two, and I'll talk about it in another video. I'm not going to talk about it here. I had two that blew my mind. Blew my mind. Get some Paul Gamarian cigars, guys. Get some Paul Gamarian cigars. Trust me, and don't you dare roll those in weed. I will come there personally, and kill you. Should I say that on YouTube? I can't say that on YouTube. I will personally get mad and throw a tantrum. There we go. Uh-oh. Paul Gamarian. Ron Real, Paul Gamarian. You want to come out with a good video that nobody's going to watch? Paul Gamarian, because nobody's heard of Paul Gamarian. No one's heard about it. No one really cares. Trust me. Watching my videos, you gotta get them. Yeah, I hope nobody got triggered. I hope nobody got triggered. Another reason why I'm a Republican, because there's no triggering in the Republican world. You just take it. Ooh, Candela wrappers. Can't stand them. I can't stand Candela wrappers. To me, it's an absolute waste of cigar. To each his own, and a lot of people buy buy acids too. I can't do it. Well, if the right Republican does it, they bullets might fly, but not necessarily. Yeah. But hey, let's go. I'm going to end it. We're getting close to the end. I'm not going to end. This is going to be the last subject matter. This is also what we're going to talk about in the new Charles Wallingford videos. I've always wanted something like this to happen, and maybe one day I can start it. But there's no avenue. There's no true periodical or anything like that helping men be good men. And there's no good. Thanks, buddy. There's no good magazines or shows like on TV talking about a man being a good man. And I want to make some videos about what it is to be a good man, what it is to how to pick out a good woman, and once you get a good woman, how to treat her. And that's a big problem I see maybe with America. We don't talk about we don't know how to celebrate good men being good men, and I mean honestly, like a good married man. Like we do not talk about good married men. We don't talk about good married men, and we don't talk about how to pick out a good woman, because it's a lot of terrible examples of men, and a lot of terrible examples of men with women take them as what men are, then they dog men out and say, oh, there's no good men out there or whatever. There's plenty of good men out there. A lot of them haven't been taught how to be good men too. And so that's what I want to do. And so I'm going to break down. I did a video on that years ago, one of my first videos. I'm going to break down something we're going to talk about right now, and that's how to buy flowers. I did a great video about it. actually a pretty good amount of people watched it, but it probably needs to be done again. And I'm gonna go into it right now. One, if you want to buy flowers, you don't buy them from a grocery store. That's one. I don't care how good the grocery store is, you don't buy them from a grocery store. That's one. The next thing is you don't bring them home. No, you don't bring flowers home. If you're especially unless your lady is a stay-home wife, and that's so rare anyway. You take them to her job. Either you have them delivered or you take them to her job. Take them to her job. Why do you take them to her job? Because you're not truly buying flowers for her. You're buying flowers so she can show off to her friends. Because what I've learned in my years in doing research, women, well, women are mean. They like to be mean. But women, that your woman needs to hear from somebody else that you're a good man. So you take them to her job or you get them delivered to her job, and you let all the women in that office or whatever see that you're a good man. And the first thing you're going to ask, what did he do? Yeah, he didn't do anything. Especially you don't send them during Valentine's Day or during anniversary. Sure, send them during that time, but you send them on an oddball time. That way, yes, women love to compete. That way, they'll always ask, like, what's going on? Why do he send you flowers? He sent you flowers because you love her. That's what you're going to say, but what you're actually getting is all the women in that office to say good things about you. And then she's going to hear how good you are. It doesn't matter what you say about how good you are or what you've done. She's going to hear another version of he's a good person. He's a good man. And then you'll gain points through that. So that's going to be about it for this. I'll talk to you guys probably just a couple minutes more about some comments and things like that. But that's what you're going to get with New Charles Wallingford. We're going to talk about politics, and we're going to talk about some advice of being a good man. I have a video coming out, working on it, about picking out the right woman, identifying some red flags for the young guys, and also identifying some future problems that will happen if you might have married the right woman, but some problems that can come up if you let them. I hope this video got you guys going. Hope you enjoyed your time here. I'm cold as I don't know what, but I had a great time. I had a great time talking to you guys. And recap, we got the Martell Cordon Bleu. That's a Napoleon cognac. That's a great, probably one of the best cognacs out. Pound for pound, the best cognac out. We're working with the Casa Magna, a cigar that everybody forgot about. It actually made Cigar of the Year back in 2008, and no one can remember it. It's a good cigar, and if you can find it, buy it. It's probably going to be aged because no one's buying it. They're trying to empty their inventory, and I don't want Bernie as my president, and that's pretty much it. All right, guys, I'll see you next time, and that's the video. I'll see you, and let me end it right. The Casa Magna and the Martell Cordon Bleu, and spending time with you is how I would spend my money.